Mods took down my last post after 200K views. No idea why. Wasn't selling anything, wasn't pumping tickers, just sharing my thinking. Whatever. Trying again with more focus on the macro and less on specific positions, since apparently that's a problem. What I think is happening. Trump needs the market to rip into midterms. That's it. That's the whole thing. Everything else flows from there. Tax cuts, deregulation, defense spending, rate cuts, cash handouts to the base. He needs wins he can point to, and stock market go up is the easiest win there is. Meanwhile, nobody wants to test him right now. Maduro got snatched, that sent a message. Iran's not going to do anything crazy. Putin's going to wait and see. China's playing nice for the moment. That buys a window where risk assets can run. Then, last night happened. DOJ opened a criminal investigation into Jerome Powell. The stated reason is testimony about some building renovation at the Fed. The actual reason, according to Powell himself, is that Trump wants lower rates. Powell posted a video Sunday night. Direct quote, "The threat of criminal charges is a consequence of the Federal Reserve setting interest rates based on our best assessment of what will serve the public, rather than following the preferences of the president." He said that, on camera. The Fed chair publicly accused the president of using the DOJ to intimidate him into cutting rates. Gold hit record highs overnight. Dollar sold off, futures dumped. Sell America trade came back. But by midday, stocks had mostly recovered. Same pattern as Liberation Day tariffs. Sell-off, panic, stabilization, back to business. What this means. Short-term, volatility. Markets don't like Fed independence being threatened. Chop ahead. Medium-term, probably bullish. If Trump gets his rate cuts, whether by breaking Powell or replacing him in May, that's rocket fuel for stocks. Bad for the dollar, bad for inflation eventually, but good for equities through 2026. Long-term, this is where it splits into two very different futures. Path 1, the pump. Trump gets what he wants. Rates come down, housing unfreezes, consumer spending picks up, defense budget passes, $1.5 trillion proposed, counter-drone, AI infrastructure, domestic manufacturing all eat, deregulation everywhere, crypto rips, tech rips, everything rips. Market pumps into midterms, people with risk assets do well. Path 2, the collapse. Trump doesn't stop at pressuring the Fed, he breaks it. Foreign investors lose faith in U.S. institutions. Sell America stops being a one-day trade and becomes a trend. Bonds, dollar, and stocks all falling together. Or he goes further, starts taking territory, seizing assets from other countries, because the spending isn't sustainable otherwise. World wants to respond but can't at first because U.S. military dominance. Internal resistance builds. Coup, paralysis, who knows? Or we stumble into a real conflict. China moves on Taiwan, Russia escalates, Iran miscalculates, everything falls apart. Here's the thing though, even in Path 2, some stuff still works. Defense doesn't go down during wars. AI infrastructure still matters. Critical minerals become more critical, not less. Unless it goes nuclear, then none of this matters and we all have bigger problems than our portfolios. Signals I'm watching. Fed independence. If Powell gets indicted or pushed out early, major red flag. Multiple Sell America days in a row means it's real. Defense budget. $1.5 trillion passes, defense names keep working. Stalls or gets blocked, time to reassess. Supreme Court on Lisa Cook. Arguments this month on whether Trump can fire Fed governors. He wins, Fed independence is done. Credit card cap. Trump floated 10% today. Banks cratered. If this happens, he's willing to break things for short-term juice. Foreign treasury holders. China and Japan start dumping in size, that's the real signal. Gold, already at records, keeps ripping while stocks chop, smart money is positioning for something. When I get out, Fed independence breaks and market prices it in over days, not hours. Defense budgets stall. Bonds, dollar, stocks all falling together for a week plus. Actual military conflict, not just talk. Where I'm positioned. Themes: defense, AI infrastructure, critical minerals, domestic semis, some housing. Mix of shares and longer-dated options. Stuff that wins if Trump pumps, but doesn't completely die if things get ugly. Bottom line, bull case. Market pumps into midterms. I take profits in 2026. Bear case. System breaks, but defense and infrastructure still work because wars need supplies. Worst case? Nukes. And nobody cares about stonks anymore. I'm comfortable with those odds. All those words to say, buy meme stocks. It could go up or it could go down. Bro.